Hey YouTubers, so I just bought the Kreg Foreman db210. I got it on eBay from somebody claiming it was brand new, and sure enough, when I opened it, it appeared very much to be brand new. Got it for like 325 bucks, which is not bad considering I think it's 400 retail. I got that shipped for that, I believe. So really wasn't sure what to expect. I'll tell you that I do a ton of pocket hole joinery. And so all along I've been using this guy right here, and it's great. I've got zero complaints, zero problems with this. It works perfect. I mean, everything I do or throw at it is great. I haven't had a single problem. One time my clamp here had become disconnected from this somehow, and I think there was just a bolt or something in here I had to tighten up. That was it. Otherwise, very, very happy with this system, but I do a lot of doors. I mean, a lot. I make a lot of doors, you know, like a dozen or more a month. And so for the face frame, I typically use glue and pocket hole joinery, along with a great deal of spar urethane sealant to seal up the end grain to make sure you don't get any cracking, warping, splitting. There's a lot more to it. I'm not going to go into all of it because that's not what this video is about. But with the amount that I do, I was getting, not tired, but I felt that it could be much more efficient if I didn't constantly have to clamp and then unclamp, you know, sit my drill down, clamp, move the piece, clamp it, drill, you know, sit the drill down, unclamp it. This was vastly faster than the original little C-clamp or face clamp system that I first had from Kreg. This was 10 times better. I believe that this is going to be 10 times better than that because I don't have to really mess with clamping anymore. And I've noticed that it's very quiet. So I'm just going to very quickly do a very quick review of the system and what setup looks like. Frankly, it's pretty painless. So ultimately, this is your whole system right here. I'm going to tip it over so you can see the underbelly. There you go. Basic, you know, a simple rotary or drill system with your bit installed. Mine came installed. I believe they all do. You've got a dust hose here, so you can hook up your shop vac to the back to suck out the dust. If you're doing pocket holes now and you're not doing dust collection, you're making a mistake because it just gums up and heats up your bit, burns it out quicker, and you won't get as clean of a hole. So, anyways, pretty simple device, but setup pretty simple. It's almost, interestingly, this is almost like a car hood. This thing lifts all the way up. There's even like a little a bar down here to help it stay lifted up for you. It's got a very intelligent little drawer here to put your stuff in that you'll need to set depths. Now, 90% of what I do is in 3/4 inch, so I'll only have to set it once. Should be pretty painless. So basically set that back down in there. Setting the machine is frankly pretty painless. I'm going to go ahead and undo my adjustments just so you can see. This is your auto clamp here, and here's your fence. Basically, you align the back of the fence with whatever your thickness of wood is. So like I said before, I'm mostly working with 3/4 inch. So I'll line that up right about there. And then all you do is turn this guy. Look, it stayed in place fairly well. All right. Same thing here, align that with 3/4. Turn that guy, and it's locked in, good to go. So, my battery's running dead on my phone, of course, now that I'm making a video. The only thing that was not difficult, but you know, I had to actually crack open the manual to figure out the proper way to do it, is setting the depth on your bit, okay, and how far it's able to come out before it stops. It's actually simpler than you think. You set your fence up where you want it. You put your gauge here for whatever screw length you're going to use. You pull the handle down until you rest on that shoulder. Once it's resting, I'm going to go ahead and let it up, but pretending that you're still holding down, all you do is tighten this knob right here and then tighten the lock nut once that's all the way stopped. And now it will automatically stop right where it's supposed to, right on the money. Just to show you real quick, one-handed operation will be nice, clamping and all. You can see I already drilled one here and it did great. So I'm just going to throw that guy up there. The other nice thing I noticed about this system is it's quiet. I mean, the drill is much quieter than my Cobalt 24 volt. So setting your clamping is pretty simple. all you do is run your clamp down until it touches. Now, this is all based on exactly what the manual told me to do, by the way. So you do it till it touches, then back it off. I think it was like a quarter of a turn, and then tighten the lock nut all the way down, like that. And here we go, one-handed. Hear that? Not too loud at all. Wasn't even holding the piece. I didn't do anything. Look at that. A perfectly bored pocket hole. So all in all, I think this is going to be extremely well spent money for my shop. I think it is absolutely going to improve production for me and speed things up. I'm excited because this should allow me to leave it in the 3/4 inch configuration. It looks like to change configuration for different sizes might take, I don't know, 30 seconds, maybe a minute. But to leave it in the 3/4 inch configuration, I should just be able to walk up and boom, 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 boom. And that's exactly what I wanted. There's also stops here that you can slide around and move so that if you have certain locations you want it done on your board, you can use them. I don't really need that, at least not for the majority of the work I do. So for me, it's not a value add, but I know to a lot of people it will. As far as the base goes, it's basically hard, heavy-duty plastic, which is fine. I like that because I want this machine to be relatively mobile, although I will probably end up permanently installing it, much like I did with that one, because I use it so much. The top, I don't know what the top is made out of. Feels like aluminum, somehow like plastic and aluminum. I don't know. Look, you're paying $400, and I think for the $400, I'm getting a bargain. It feels good. The motor sounds good. It's nice and quiet. There's one more. Second one. Boom. So for $400, this is a steal. This will vastly improve time for me, considering the number of pocket holes. I do 4 per joint at a minimum. So you can figure right here is, what is that, 8, 16. There's 24 just on this front face frame, and there's 24 on the back back frame. So there's 48 per door at a minimum for me. And some of my doors are much more complex than that and have a lot more pocket holes. So this is a big win. As always, Kreg tools are fantastic. I use their, I think it's called the AccuCut system or whatever, for my miter station. That's easily probably some of the best money I've spent in this shop. It's fantastically accurate and does an excellent job. You can see I have their miter gauge system up there on the wall that I use for my table saw quite frequently. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, all right, I hope you found this video helpful. I really don't think this is going to be money poorly spent. If after, and this is going to get a ton of use in my shop, if I find it breaking down or having a bunch of drama, I will absolutely post an update to this review. But overall, big thumbs up.